Hiya, I'm that James Wisdom, and this is another Loot Crate unboxing, and this is the box for April 2018. So hello everybody, this is another Loot Crate unboxing. It feels like forever since I've been making videos, but I did do last month's. I'm wearing the t-shirt from last month's right now, which is actually quite a nice fit. It feels quite comfortable. It's a bit weird, it's a little bit strange around the middle. So as I said, I wasn't sure how good quality it was going to be in the last video, but it's good, it's fine. This is the box for April of 2018, however, and it's interesting because we've got this circle on the side here, which is kind of cool. And I can't remember the exact theme. It was something like Quest or something like that. I know one of the items that's in here is either Hobbit or Lord of the Rings related. I know exactly what it is. But then I realised that I didn't pay enough attention to which Hobbit it was because I was trying to avoid spoilers. So I know we've got a Hobbit / Lord of the Rings thing in here. I can't quite remember anything else about it. So let's open it up and see what's in here. I have today a knife because I couldn't find my scissors, so I've got my multi-tool with its knife. Let's slice in the end here. Now I'll put the knife away later. Might need it again, mightn't we? Pop this down. You can see all these slips of yellow in here, so the box looks like it's going to actually turn into something. That was also implied by the hole at the end. And in here, oh wow, okay, so it's very Guardians of the Galaxy, not Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers So yeah, okay, so we've got some Avengers theme going on here. You can see the very bright yellow box for the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet. Well, let's just go straight to the model because I knew what this was going to be. I'd seen this on the website. So this is a Frodo Baggins. So it is Lord of the Rings, not the Hobbit. There you go, Lord of the Rings. I am much more of a fan of Bilbo than Frodo, but let's open this up and have a look at the model outside of the box. It's not a bad box, actually. Quite a nice packaging you've got there. It would be very displayable in this packaging. You can see there are others to collect. But yeah, this is nice. Is this an exclusive? It is a Loot Crate exclusive. So I do wonder how you get hold of the other ones on the back there. But never mind. Let's, again, take my knife, slice in, pop that there. Let's just open it up inside the box so you guys can see it a little bit. Oh, if I can actually get the lid open. There you go. What else is going to be in here? Let's slide it out. Can we slide it out? Yeah, there you go. There is something else in the bottom of this box, so I'll have a look at that in a second. Let's pop that open. Pop that out like that. That's quite nice, actually, I have to say. There was no base on that, was there? There's supposed to be a base with this. Yeah, that's quite nice looking. It's a nice model. It's really kind of well crafted. It looks really well painted. You've got the sting, I think it's called, for the sword there that glows when orcs are nearby. Kind of blocky, cartoony style, which is very nice. Yeah, it's a nice model. I am not a super big fan of Lord of the Rings. I like Lord of the Rings well enough, but as I say, I'm more of a Bilbo than a Frodo fan. Frodo's not one of my faves. Let's put him down just to one side for a second, and let's look at the thing that is in the bottom of this pack now. So here's the base. It comes with a clear base inside a plastic bag here. Get it open as well. Lots of things to open. Slide all that out. Just a clear plastic base. You can see me through it. I can see you through it. And then it just, another one of those things that doesn't really fit because they're a weird material and the holes are never quite the right shape and size. But that will go on there like that. Although you don't really need the base. There you go. That's him on the base like that. You don't really need that base though. He does stand up on his own. So yeah, I mean he swivels as well, so you can change the angle that he is standing on that thing there. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite a nice model. I quite like it. Put that to one side. And then let's have a quick look at the thing that was in it here. Okay, so this is just a list of all of the ones you can get in the series. So the first one in the series is Frodo Baggins, and of course the difference between this one and the one that I have got here, if you look at the picture, is that Sting is not blue, it's not glowing. In this one it is. It's just a different paint job for the same model by the looks of it. Then you've got Gollum and Gimli, you've got Moria Orc, you've got Berserker, I'm going to try and say the other bit. You've got Gandalf, you've got Aragorn, sorry. You've got Legolas, and then you've got Saruman, Galadriel and Sam all come in eventually. Oh, and these are from the latest product updates from Weta Workshop. This is a Weta Workshop thing, is it? Yes, so Weta Workshop are very good. I do like Weta Workshop, so this is a nice thing to get. It's a good quality thing. Yeah, I quite like it. Let's just pop the box up here as well. As I say, it could be very easily displayed in the box. Yeah, that looks nice. I think t-shirt next. This looks very much like a Marvel t-shirt. We have Thanos on the front here. Let's pull it out fully and see what it looks like fully unveiled. Oh, that's really nice. It's kind of a cutesy Thanos sitting on his throne with a bunch of cartoon skulls next to it. I like that a freaking lot. That's a really cool t-shirt. I am going to wear that t-shirt very proudly. Very much enjoy that t-shirt. Interesting colour. It's not quite grey. If you look, it's not quite the same grey as the t-shirt I'm wearing. It's a different grey. It's almost like a kind of off-white rather than a grey. But yeah, really nice. Hope that's a nice quality t-shirt. Feels nice and thick. Feels good quality. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's really, really cool. Not much more to say about that. Cool t-shirt. Really like it. Next thing, we've got a pack of envelopes in the bottom here, which, oh, this is the dark crystal thing. I forgot there was a dark crystal thing in here. So it's a set of 6 note cards with envelopes. Now, I really like the dark crystal. It's a classic Jim Henson thing. Jim Henson, if you don't know, did Farscape, and Farscape is potentially my favourite TV show of all time. It's definitely my favourite sci-fi of all time. And the Dark Crystal is one of those kind of puppet based things, a little bit like Labyrinth. But Jim Henson was known for that. This is not very easy openable, so again, pull the knife out. But yeah, Jim Henson was known for all his sort of puppet work. He was considered to be basically a puppet master. And I think, you know, this is one of his most famous kinds of things. So what have we got in here? Oh, wow, these are really nice. So these are just like tiny little prints. But cards, folding cards, actual folding cards. Crystal shard. Actually, does it tell you about these things on the back? These are lovely. These are, yeah, it tells you about each of these on the back of them. So Fierca, I can't remember her name. Oh, these are really beautiful. Like, this is a kind of a throw-in item, I guess, but at the same time, lovely little prints. Not something that I guess younger audiences are really going to appreciate for this box, but the artwork itself is just beautiful, and there are 6 of these really well illustrated cards, each with information on the back. Beautiful, beautiful stuff in here. Cosmology charts. Now they are getting weaker and weaker as we go through, but they're still really nice. Like, some of these are absolutely displayable. Through our map fragment. But yeah, beautiful. And then the little envelopes to go with them. Now, I will not be sending these probably to anybody, but you know, that's a collection of really, really nice things there. Let me just spread these for you so you can see just kind of all 6 of them held out. But you know, 6 different individual, very, very attractive looking, that one's upside down apparently, very, very attractive cards with information on the back talking about the different objects depicted on the front. So lovely. Yeah, they're really nice as well. They're absolutely beautiful. Now, one more main item, which is the Zelda item. James is not a super big Zelda fan. He's mentioned this before. He doesn't dislike Zelda, but he doesn't care that much about it either. But this looks like a map of Hyrule. It says on the sleeve. It's a poster. Weird material, is it? Paper? I guess it is paper, but it is very much like a kind of parchment paper. Again, another kind of mountable thing. And a map of Hyrule with some, you know, stuff on it. Not my cup of tea, but I imagine a lot of people will quite like that. I'm not really sure what you do with it. It's another kind of wall print. I'm not super into wall prints in these, but yeah, it's a nice enough item. It's certainly, you know, not a bad item as throw-in items go. Again, it's two kind of relatively cheap throw-in items there. That is, I think, all the main items in the box. We have, of course, our pin, which is a little chalice. That's actually nice. That's a nice little pin as well. It's this kind of chalice thing. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but it's a nice enough pin. Nice design. It's got the little Lootcrate logo in there as well. Decent pin, yeah. So, I mean, so far you can probably tell, but I quite like this box. It's quite good. This is the end of that. You can see the other side of Thanos' gauntlet in the bottom there, the fist from above or from below or whatever. I won't make that right now, but I will probably make that at some point. So I'll just pop that out of the way, and let's have a look at this. Artifacts was the theme here. Artifacts. Not bad. Artifacts is not a bad theme to go with. It's a little broad again, but nothing wrong with it. So we've got our Loot Crate edition Lord of the Rings Weta Mini Epic Frodo with Sting. Oh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? So lots of words there, but basically a model of Frodo Baggins with his sword, or dagger, I guess it really is, short sword from Weta Workshop. Very nice model. We've got the t-shirt, which is a really nice, like, kind of semi-cutesy, cartoony Thanos, which, again, gauntlet, that fits the theme of artifacts. They're both kind of artifact related. The Dark Crystal, it's got kind of those nice cards. Not sure how the artifact thing comes into it. I guess these are kind of all cards that are different map fragments and things like that. Map of Hyrule, it's a Zelda map. And then the chalice pin, which is nice. The Epic Drop on the back, or Mega Crate they call it, don't they? That has a Blu-ray of the Dark Crystal, some He-Man Masters of the Universe stuff, a bunch of DVDs, a lot of DVDs and or Blu-rays there by the looks of it, plus some cool models of Kratos from God of War and Thanos from, obviously, Avengers. So yeah, artifacts. That was a good crate. That was definitely a good crate. I'm just going to put these all together and then I'll give it a proper score, but this is going to be a good one, I imagine. Okay, so this is all the stuff together. We have in here a collection of really good items. I've got to say that just putting this all together, this feels like your money's worth, which is not always the case. We've got two items that are probably relatively cheap to produce, but overall it kind of makes up for that with items like a Weta Workshop thing, and this really cool t-shirt, and the fact that the theme is much better than usual. So let's start with the rating system and actually rating each of these things. This Weta Workshop model is lovely, looks really good, high quality product. I am not a huge Lord of the Rings fan, as I said, but regardless, I am still going to give that a 5. I think that is really well done. It's very high quality. It's a 5. It's a good item. It's a shame that that was spoiled for me before I started, but 5 nonetheless. So that's a 5. Let's go next to the t-shirt, which is the next item we pulled out of our Loot Crate in the first place. Again, really nice t-shirt. I think it's really nice. It's just really neat. 5 again. So there's 2 5s, 2 great items. I kind of couldn't hope for more than that with the kind of, they call the premier item or the premium item, and then the t-shirt, which you kind of get in every box. That's the idea. Now let's have a look at our, not necessarily throw-in items, but our cheaper, lower-end items. We've got the Dark Crystal cards, which I've kind of laid one of my favourites out here as well. That's lovely. That's a really nice thing. Not super expensive, not necessarily super useful, but still an item that feels like a proper item. Not just like a throw-in keyring or anything like that, which we've had in the past. Proper item. Not sure if I want to give that a 5 or a 4. I like Dark Crystal. I don't think all of these are excellent prints. I think 2 of them are really brilliant and then the others are less great. So let's give that the 4, just to hedge your bets a little bit. I think that's lovely, but I think a 4 there. Actually, no, let's give it the 5. Sod it. Let's give it the 5. Let's be nice. Give it the 5. So that's 3 5s, looking good. And then we've got the poster. Again, it's a poster. It does feel like a high quality poster. I have to say the material that this is made from seems nice. Zelda themed. People like Zelda. It's a good kind of theme to include with this. Or franchise to include with this. Let's talk about themes separately. But it's a good franchise to include with this. It's good. It's not great though. This is not a great item. This is, for a throw-in item, not bad. Let's say this is our throw-in item and we'll give it a 3. It's to be expected. You know, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Finally, we have the pin, the overall theme, which was, of course, artifacts. I've got my bit of paper here, so artifacts is my overall theme for the box. And I think for the most part, this is pretty good. It's not great. It would be nice to have got something that felt a little bit more focused on artifacts, perhaps. But the fact the box turns inside out and becomes the gauntlet, I can lift this up and actually you can see that basically the premise here is that you have a hole in the bottom so you can put your fist in. I haven't built it properly because I couldn't be bothered to take all of the bits out the side. But the idea is you take the thing out, you put your hand in, you've got a gauntlet. Obviously it's the wrong hand, I just realised. But whatever, you get the idea. That's cool. I like it when they give you a buildable box. I like the fact that the box actually does something. It's a cool design. It is an artifact in itself, and it's very current. I think the pin is a nice pin. It's not an ideal, not a perfect pin, but you know the artifact fits the theme. It gives me a very Indiana Jones vibe. One of those artifacts that you expect to get that you would see in Indiana Jones kind of thing. So it's a decent artifact. I think that is maybe not perfect with all the items, so a 4. So that's 3 5s, a 4 and a 3, which I'm not going to do the maths properly today, but I'm going to say is just over a 4. Yeah, I mean that's probably 4.25 or 4.2. Yeah, 4.2. Let's call it 4.2. That is a fantastic crate. That is a really, really good loot crate this month. I'm really impressed with it. I like all of my items. I'm looking forward to wearing that t-shirt, probably to go and see the film wearing that t-shirt. I really like the Dark Crystal prints for the most part. That is something that's maybe something I'm slightly biased on because I like that style and I really like Jim Henson. But that's cool. I'm okay with that. So yeah, great crate. Really enjoyed it. Come back and check out my next video. I have ordered the April gaming crate, so I will be back for that crate as well. Keep smiling. Thank you very kindly, and I will see you all then. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. There's not a huge number of videos going up on this channel at the moment. I do plan on increasing that number eventually, but for the time being it is going to be my Loot Crate unboxings and my Loot Gaming unboxings, so check those out.